So today's presentation is on how to save battery on your devices. Firstly, I will go over what this presentation covers. I will first be talking about why battery is important, then how to access battery settings on your device, battery saver / low power mode, tips and tricks for battery maintenance, helpful applications to assist with saving battery, and then one of my fellow volunteers will lead you through a live demonstration. Firstly, why should I pay attention to my battery? Your battery is what keeps your device running. Once it runs out, your device will shut down and it will not be able to restart until you charge it again through a power outlet or a portable charger. Different applications and programs on your device will use more battery than others. As your device gets older, the battery tends to drain faster. Also, it is important to pay attention to your battery and to charge your device when it starts to get low to avoid running out. This is especially important at times when you do not have a power source available to you. Now, how to access battery in your device settings. I will be going over how to do this on multiple different devices, but firstly, iPhones. The first step is to locate the settings icon on your home screen. If you look to the right of the screen, there is a screenshot which outlines what this settings icon looks like. Then you would simply click on Settings. After you have gone into the app, slowly scroll down to find the battery category. In the battery settings, you are able to see statistics relating to your battery usage, as well as your device's battery health. For iPads, the process is quite similar. The first step is to locate the settings icon on your home screen. Then go into the Settings app. As you can see in the screenshot, that is what the icon looks like, which is the exact same as it looks like on iPhones. Then look to the left menu bar to find the battery category. As you can see in this other white screenshot, the different categories of settings are listed on the left-hand side. Simply go into this section, which is called Battery. In this section of the settings, you are able to see statistics relating to your battery usage, as well as your device's battery health. As you can see in this screenshot, these are the different statistics that are available to you. Gives information on what battery you've been using and the screen time of when your screen is on and off, and then it also gives you a breakdown of which apps are using the most of your battery. Next, for Android smartphones, how to enter the battery section of your settings. Firstly, you must locate the settings icon on your home screen and then click on it, and then you have to locate the battery section of settings. As you can see in the screenshots to the right, this is the process. Firstly, you click on the icon, which is outlined in this blue box, and then you would go to the battery section. A tip for locating this section of the settings: if you are unable to locate the actual battery area, you simply have to search battery into the search bar at the top of your settings. Because many different Android phones do look slightly different due to the different models, this will be helpful if this presentation does not look exactly the way that your phone looks, so you can simply search up battery in your settings. Next, for Macs, the first step is to find the settings icon in the bottom toolbar of your desktop. So this screenshot here outlines what a few of the icons you may find in your toolbar look like, and then it outlines the settings. So when you're looking for settings on many different devices, it is always going to be a gear-like icon. So keep that in mind if you're trying to find the app. Then locate the battery section in the settings. In this screenshot, you can see that the battery is in the bottom row of all of these options in the settings, and you would simply click on it. In this section of the settings, you are able to see statistics relating to your usage as well as battery level. Now I will be speaking about how to access the battery settings for a Windows computer. The first step is to look for the battery icon in the bottom right of your screen. Then press on the icon, and if you want to see further battery settings, you can click on Battery Settings in this bottom left-hand corner for more information. So you simply need to look for this battery icon with the little plug beside it, and click on it to see some basic level of battery information, and then by clicking on battery settings, you can go into more advanced features. Now, a general step-by-step of how to access battery settings from your device for other devices such as tablets and other brands of smartphones and many more devices. So the basic steps that you should follow is to go to your settings and then search for or find the subsection called battery. Now that I have gone over how to actually access the battery settings, what is battery saver mode or low power mode? These names can usually be used interchangeably and depend on which device that you have. They have different names, but they mean the same thing. Battery saver mode is a mode in which your device places limitations on some of its features in order to conserve its energy and battery life and drain at a lower speed. Examples of what battery saver mode does would be reducing your screen brightness or disable specific phone features. An example of this for iPhones is when you are on low power mode, Siri and AirDrop is disabled and you are not able to use those features. The main purpose of battery saver mode is to decrease the amount of energy being used, so therefore it disables certain things. How to actually enter low battery mode on your device. Firstly, for iPhones. The first step is from the battery settings. You simply press on the toggle to turn on low power mode. For Apple devices, power saver mode is known as low power mode. As you can see in the screenshot to the right, the first option when you go into battery settings is to turn on or off low power mode. Simply click on this toggle here, and when it's green, it means it's turned on. If it is not green and it is swiped the other way, it is not turned on. Another indicator that low power mode is turned on is that the charge at the top of this will be yellow. This represents low power mode because it is saving energy and it is decreasing at a lower pace than what normally it would be. Then, the second option for entering low power mode on iPhones is to enter your control center, which you can access from swiping down from the right corner of your screen. Then you would simply press on the battery icon. So there are two main options for getting into low power mode, and I would recommend using the control center one. It is much simpler, and you can just do it with a few swipes and a click rather than going into the settings, finding the battery location in the settings, and then turning it on from there. But you can do it either way. And I also do want to mention for other Apple products such as iPads or Macs, there is not low power mode available. Next, how to enter low battery mode for Android smartphones. The first step is to find the battery saver option in the battery section of the settings. As you can see on the screen, there's a screenshot which is how you can see if battery saver mode is on, and this is just an example of one model of an Android smartphone. Then switch the toggle or click on the button to turn on the setting. Next, how to enter low battery mode on your Windows computer. The first step is to simply adjust the blue slider between best battery life and best performance. Finding a balance that works best for you allows for that most effective use of your computer. One great feature about Windows computers is that you're able to choose the amount of battery being used, whether you want it to be saving battery life or you want it to be working the fastest with the most features, meaning it has its best performance. So you can choose if you're aiming to save battery, then it may work a bit slower or there may be features that are disabled. But if you turn it up higher to best performance, it'll be faster and it'll have more features available to you. It simply depends on the situation and what you want to do with it. Here are some examples of apps and websites that drain your battery that you should be aware of. Firstly, Zoom, because it is a video conferencing platform and takes a lot of power to actually allow you to stream the videos. The same thing with Netflix. Streaming is very battery consuming, so keep in mind whenever you're looking at images or streaming videos on platforms such as Netflix, or below you can also see the icon for YouTube, as well as iMovie. This will take up a lot of your battery life. Then social media platforms such as Spotify and Instagram also do drain your battery quite quickly. Here are some tips and tricks for battery maintenance. Firstly, have your device on low power mode whenever possible. Second, lower the display brightness on your device. This lowers the amount of energy needed to light up your screen, and therefore saves battery life. Thirdly, turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and data when you are not using them. You would not want to do this while you are in your home using Wi-Fi, but if you are not connected to Bluetooth, you can disable that feature for the time being. Fourth, turn off notifications for non-essential apps. Notifications also do drain your battery life, so make sure that you do not have any turned on that are not necessary. The fifth option is to delete apps that you do not need that are using a large amount of battery. You are able to see apps that are using a large amount of battery in the settings where it tells you the breakdown of how much battery each app is using. So by going there and analyzing it yourself, you can choose which apps that you don't necessarily need that are taking a lot of your battery life. Another tip is to close apps when you are done using them so that they do not keep running in the background. For iPhones, you can do this by double-clicking on the home button or swiping up to get rid of all the apps. Another tip is to shorten the amount of time before your device goes dark. Having the screen bright, as I mentioned previously, does take energy, so changing it in your settings to turn off after, say, 30 seconds of not touching the screen would decrease the amount of energy needed to keep it lit up. Say for if you had it on for a minute after you're not touching it, it'll take more battery. Now I will talk about some helpful applications for battery saving. The first one is known as Coconut Battery. This is a free app which shows you live information about your battery. This includes how often it is charged, current maximum capacity in relation to the original maximum capacity, which means the amount it can charge and how much charge it can have in comparison to how much it could when you first got your device, as well as the age of your device, and more. This app allows you to gain a better understanding of your device's battery health. This screenshot on the slide shows a few of the main features, including information about your phone, the current charge and its capacity, the design capacity, and then it gives you even more information about the device itself. This can be extremely helpful to learning about your battery health. Coconut Battery is available for Apple devices, including Macs, iPhones, and iPads. Simply download for free from the App Store, or by clicking on this link, which you will be able to access when you are sent a copy of this presentation. As you can see here, this is a screenshot taken from a Mac of what Coconut Battery looks like when it is in action. As you can see, you'll be able to access it from the top bar of your computer, and then you can see different information from the app, including the state of charge, temperature, cycle count, state of health, and condition. It also gives you information on how long you have until the battery will be completely drained in this time until empty section. So here you can see it says 5 hours and 41 minutes, which can be very helpful to managing your time and deciding when you need to plug in your device. The next helpful application is called Fruit Juice. Fruit Juice calculates the optimal minimum time you should be running on battery power each day based on the way you actually use your laptop. This provides complete battery history and gives recommendations regarding battery usage. There are also optional notifications available, but keep in mind sometimes notifications can actually be part of the issue with draining battery. As you can see here, similar to Coconut Battery, it appears in your top toolbar. If you're on a Mac, this is a screenshot from a Mac, and you can see different information provided by Fruit Juice. Fruit Juice is available for Mac computers only, and it has a cost of $13.99. Another helpful application is AccuBattery. This is a battery-saving application for Android devices. AccuBattery protects battery health, displays battery usage information, and even measures battery capacity based on science. This is available on the Google Play Store, or again at this link, which you can access from the presentation when you're sent it. This screenshot gives a little bit of an introduction to what it looks like when you're actually using this app. Now Malini will be giving a live demonstration on Coconut Battery or another application.
Okay, so I'm going to be giving a demonstration on AccuBattery because I have an Android device. So I'm going to open the Play Store and I'm just going to search for AccuBattery. So I already have the app, but you would click the install button in green. So I'm just going to open the app. When you first open the app, this is what it will look like. This is a mini tutorial about how to use the app and some of its features. So you can slide through and look at all of the different things that this app offers. So when you open the app, this is what it looks like. This page basically gives you estimates and statistics about your battery usage for your phone. So you can look at things like the battery usage and apps that use the battery. You can look at the discharging speed of your battery on your phone. And you can also look at each specific app over here in more detail. This page is full of statistics that you might find helpful if you're trying to figure out how you can plan your battery usage. If you look at the bottom, there is a bar that has the different pages of the app. If I click at health, we can look at the battery health of my phone. I got this app today, so it doesn't show up, but these charts will be full once you use the app for some time, and you can look at some more statistics. If I click charging, it would give you statistics about how your phone deals with the charging. So it would tell you how fast your phone charges or how slow it's charging, if you need to update your phone's battery or things like that. If you ever need some help with this app, if you click the three dots at the top right over here, you can click Getting Started and it would take you to a page full of helpful tips for the app. So these are some frequently asked questions. You can zoom in to read it. And yeah, this is a basic overview of the app.